So today we're working on pages 63 and 64, and it's on the topic of self-esteem. So we are trying to recognize our skills and abilities and personal qualities so that we can build up our own self-esteem. And I like the way they paid on page 64, it's what others like about me. I like that they did that because sometimes it's easier to come up with what others say about us than it is to come up with, at least for me, for me to come up with qualities that are good for me and abilities and things. I kind of struggle with that, but it's a lot easier when I think of what other people have complimented me on or something like that. Okay, so would anybody like to share any of their abilities, skills, and personal qualities? And you can do either page or both pages, it's up to you. Share as much or as little as you like. Yeah, John.
Okay. Well, as far as abilities, I wrote that I was great at sports, which I am. I'm good at fixing things and solving problems. That's one thing everybody likes me for, fixing things and solving problems.
That's nice.
I'm their favorite accountant, so I cheat Uncle Sam out of his money all the time to get him back some extra money.
Right.
How I put it, and I'm good at computers.
Okay.
Also, I'm a good fighter too, so I fight, and a good listener.
Okay.
Everybody say that about me.
Okay. Fighting, do you mean like arguments or
Actually,
physical?
Physical fighting.
Physical fighting?
I'm a good
Okay.
fighter, yeah.
Hopefully you're not doing that too often.
Well, this year I'm gonna be 60 years old.
Wow,
Yeah,
congratulations.
I don't even look it.
No, you don't look it.
Not at all.
I've been asked what I'm gonna do for my birthday. Everybody's talking about birthday, and my brother's birthday was just past March the 1st. And I really don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
It's a milestone, but I don't know what I'm gonna do.
It is. Yeah, I've got a sister turning 60 this year too.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Anybody else want to share? Sure.
Sports, I was a good swimmer and a runner. I'm good at boxing. My dad was a boxer, he showed me a lot. And I do weight training. I do have great organizational skills, and I have a great memory with numbers and vocabulary words. I'm good at reading comprehension.
Good, thank you. Are those the points that you came up for yourself? Okay.
Oh, and then, I also wanted to do personal qualities.
Sure.
Supportive, caring, loving, kind-hearted, a great friend, great listener, good at giving advice, smart.
Good, thank you. Pam, do you want to share?
Sure. My good points, I can sing, I'm a good listener, I can paint and draw, and I tell the truth.
Yes.
Skills, I do the hard things first to get them out of the way. I play the piano, I like public speaking, and I have my nursing skills.
Yes.
They're still there. Personal qualities, I am empathetic, I look for opportunities to be kind or helpful, and I am a strong believer in faith and religion.
Very good, very good.
And what others like about me, I listen, I like to joke and have a sense of humor. I like to be kind and helpful. I love trivia, and skills again of retired nurse is still there.
Right.
And personal qualities, I am supportive and positive.
Yes. Very good, thank you.
Mhm.
Did you want to share, or do you have enough written down, or do you want to give, I can share mine, and then that'll give you a little more time if you need it.
All right, thanks.
Sure. Okay, so my abilities, I'm a good listener. I enjoy bowling, even though I'm not that great at it. I'm a safe driver. I manage my road rage so that I don't feel it anymore. I'm decent on the computer, and I can input data pretty quickly. Personal qualities, I'm empathetic and understanding. What others like about me is that I know a little bit about a lot of different things, and that I'm always willing to help if I can. My skills, I'm a good listener, and I can teach dogs obedience and agility. Personal qualities, I'm empathetic, easygoing, slow to anger, trustworthy, and loyal. Those were what others liked about me. Okay.
Okay, I put what others like about me. I'm good with my hands. I can have a good conversation, or that's the skill. The ability is I'm good with my hands. The skill is I can have a good conversation. The personal qualities, I have a lot of interest. What I put for myself was under abilities, I am good with color selection and combining. I am knowledgeable and physically fit, at least in some ways. Skills, I am mechanically inclined, I am good with my hands. And the personal qualities, I hang in there, I figure things out, I'm loving and kind, sometimes anyway.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, everyone, for sharing. Let's go on to self-criticisms. And just for myself, this is usually an easy thing to do because I tend to criticize myself. But don't let your self-critic go too far so that you feel bad today. We don't want to do that. We just want to kind of put down a few things, and then we'll talk about our self-concept on the next page. Know yourself, how you're unique, and what kind of things you want to change about yourself, and in what ways are you worthwhile. So it kind of builds on what we just wrote. So this, I think, is more of kind of, the self-concept is more kind of summarizing what we've learned so far. But yeah, we'll spend a few minutes on self-criticisms. And this is, well, I'll just read it. Sometimes we have an inner voice that tells us how wrong, bad, or undeserving we are. This inner critic can keep us from feeling good about ourselves. List the characteristics that you do not like about yourself, ways you show your characteristics, and how you can change them. Okay, so their example is, I'm not assertive enough. How do I show these characteristics? I do whatever someone tells me to do and ignore what I want to do. And how can I change them? I can say what's on my mind in an honest, open, and direct way and do what I believe to be right. So, yeah, so that's good. Take a few minutes to do that.
Well, what if
and
you
then we'll
don't?
share.
What
I'm
if
sorry.
you like yourself and you really don't want?
That's excellent.
That's pretty much me. I like myself, and if anybody asks me, should I listen to that? I'll tell them no.
Okay.
Basically.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine. Just give us a few minutes then.
Okay.
So self-criticisms, characteristics that you do not like about yourself. Does anybody want to share? And this may be a hard topic to share on, so if you don't want to, just say pass, that's fine. Veronica, you can start.
Yeah, I'm definitely not assertive enough. I have a very difficult time saying no. I'm a people pleaser. I do what other people ask and rather than what I want to do, and I just need to learn to tell people what I want and say no.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a poor self-esteem. I put myself down a lot, and I really should build myself up. I know I'm a good person, and I should just keep reminding myself of the good, positive things about myself.
Right.
And I'm not forgiving of myself, like past situations that were very difficult, that, I was a victim, I still blame myself, and I need to learn to forgive myself because those things weren't my fault.
Right.
That's it.
Forgiveness, self-forgiveness, I think, is one of the hardest things that you can do. But it's a great gift to give yourself.
Yeah, it is.
It's
just hard to get there.
It is.
But I'm working on that in therapy, so.
That's excellent.
Yeah, and with my sponsor.
And I think
My
that's
AA
one of
sponsor.
those things that you kind of have to continue to do.
Yeah, it
It's
doesn't
not like a
stop.
one-time
Yeah, it doesn't
thing and then
just-
you're
yeah.
done.
I mean, if you've been, like me, if I've been blaming myself my whole life, it's gonna take a while.
Right.
And I'm working on that with my sponsor as well, more in depth. And
That's
I'm
great.
just trying not to think about that right now because it got hard. for me.
Okay, yeah, no,
So,
that's fine.
Like you said, I'm not trying to go real
Exactly.
deep.
Right.
I'm in a good mood, so.
That's good.
But that's
Yeah,
all I
we want
got.
to keep it. Okay,
Okay.
thank you. Thank you very much. Pam?
I wind up changing feet in my mouth. Just like, and after, I know I've done it, just what happened, and I should not have done it.
Right.
So I try to apologize profusely, and you can change that is to think before you speak.
Right,
And that's amazing.
right,
And also, I am very strict at, like music practice. Half the choir's talking while the director's trying to make a point.
right,
And I find myself getting livid with the noise because it's not a kindergarten class.
right.
And I have talked to the choir director. So I hope she can do something. She started, she's doing pretty good now, so.
Yeah, to kind of get them in line and,
Yeah.
and listening.
But I don't want to be the ogre.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
so, that's it.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Okay. Joe, did you want to share?
I'm not sure, but I put down, I overanalyze things sometimes in a negative way, and how that shows up is just kind of not making a decision, or making a decision and then backing out. And I guess how I can change that is let people know how I feel about being involved or whatever. Let people know how I feel, or gather a little bit more information, and if they, based on that response and a few other things, I can decide whether or not I want to think about it too much more. I can just make a decision based on that.
Right. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
So I'm not assertive with my family, or not as assertive as I would like to be. And how that shows up is that I go with the flow when it comes to family outings. And I can change that by sharing my ideas and then dealing with the consequences, whether they listen to those ideas or they blow me off. I can then make a decision on how to act and how to feel from there. I'm not good at, okay, so this is what I think about myself. This is not, it's not true, I know it's not true, but it's one of those things that I tell myself in my mind, is that I'm not good at facilitating groups. How it shows up is that I get really nervous before classes, especially when I'm teaching a new class. And how I can change that is, and I've been working on changing that, is I can recognize that this is just my inner voice, that I can check the facts, that I get good feedback from class participants and from my boss. So that's one of the things I'm working on. So, okay, let's move.
I'm sorry, I just
I'm
have
sure.
two more. Can I share two more?
Sure.
Okay, I'm in my head a lot. I'm always worried about tomorrow. I've been like that since I was a kid. And I just need to learn, I'm working on this too, stay in today, stay in the present. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about
Yeah.
yesterday, don't worry about tomorrow.
Right.
And then, and I worry, this is really hard on me, I've always worried about what people think of me, and I have to just, it doesn't matter what other people think of me.
Right.
It matters what I think of me.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
that's it, those are hard ones on me, that I'm dealing with too.
Those are really hard things.
Thank you.
And yeah, I think that one of those ways to deal with that is kind of look at how you're treated.
Mhm.
People
I try
seem
to
to
treat
treat
people like I
you.
want to be treated, but they don't seem to treat me like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you're
So
not
those are
getting
people
back
I
what
need
you
to steer
want.
clear of.
Exactly,
Okay.
yeah. And hopefully being at the recovery center will give
So I'm
you
trying to work
more
on.
self-esteem and more,
I took this
confidence in
class,
your
and I want to
class.
take that self-assertiveness,
Yes.
whatever the class is called, I need to take that.
yeah, that would be a really
That
good
would help
class
me.
for you.
I never worry about what people think about me, because I think they just think I'm evil, right? And I say, you're probably right, I am evil, so it's true. I mean, you got that right, but no, I never worry about what people think of me.
That's
I just
good,
think, yeah.
that's great.
Yeah,
I've always had that problem.
yeah. And I think that is two kinds of people that some of it has to do with how you were raised, and some of it I think is just naturally inborn, you know, because I do know people who
Yeah.
have gone through rough childhoods, but they don't have a self-esteem problem, you know, and it's
You just never know.
amazing to me.
Yeah.
I don't know how it happens,
Right.
but I've seen it.
They get through
So,
it.
yeah,
They come out on top of the mountain, yeah.
right, right,
I was just in this research in dermatology, and it brought me back. In high school, I had a rash so bad it was terrible. It was covered my whole body. You know, I had to have wraps, so I couldn't really go to high school without covering. Everybody thought I was gonna die. And eventually, thinking about that and kept working with the doctors, I got better.
right.
But that's one time in my life I remember I really couldn't be around anybody just for the fact of what they would say about me,
Right.
being sick like that.
Right.
Yeah.
No, what was it? What was the rash called? Do you know?
I have no idea. It was it was like holes. It was like watery. It was bad.
Oh.
It would cover my whole. I mean, it was bad. And
But they were able to cure it
Yeah,
now?
that's
well,
all.
not really. I was just eventually I just kept trying to heal and cover up, keep it clean, and then as I grew older, a couple of years later, it just disappeared.
It just disappeared on its own?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's something.
Yeah,
I'm
that
glad.
is.
I'm glad, Joey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that had to be tough,
It was.
especially in high school.
Oh, yeah.
Because anything that makes us different in high school is
It's
a hard thing.
Yeah,
Well,
people
I
definitely
was a good
judge in high
fighter,
school.
so I got in a fight with everybody in high school. Anyway,
Yeah,
so-
everybody's got judging
Yeah.
in high school.
Yeah, right. Okay, so self-concept. Your self-concept is how you view yourself. A healthy self-concept is important in developing resiliency, since the way you view yourself determines how you experience life. If your self-concept is positive, you will experience life that way. However, if your self-concept is fragile and you are insecure, you will tend to feel overwhelmed when facing life's challenges. Your self-concept can be described as who you are and how you fit into the world. The following exercises are designed to help you develop a healthy self-concept. Okay, so it's asking us the questions. How are we unique? What would you like to change about yourself? And in what ways are you worthwhile? Let me see if it goes on to the next page here.
Yeah,
It does. Okay. So what do you accept about yourself? What do you criticize yourself for? And how accurate are these criticisms? What about your appearance do you like? And what about your appearance do you dislike? Okay, so that actually probably won't take us very long to complete those questions. But that kind of, you can use the previous exercises to build on the answers for these. So we'll take a few minutes and do that. Okay, so page 66 and 67, self-concept. Who would like to share?
Okay, I'll start.
Thanks, John.
I said, how are you unique? Everyone is unique some way. Each day we grow, make our personality grow more. And so that makes us more different. That's when I think about unique.
Okay.
What makes you unique? What would you change about yourself? The biggest thing is as long as I keep happy each day, that's when everything comes bad each day. As long as I try to keep myself happy, myself,
Right.
that's what I would just rather do.
Okay.
And in what way am I worthwhile? I said, I am just living and always, all the time, I believe I'm worthwhile. And pretty much if I'm in this world, I'm going to be worthwhile. I'm not going to say I'm not worth less than anybody else.
Right.
And what do I accept about myself? I accept everything. And what do I criticize? What about me I criticize? And how accurate they are? Well, I always say I need to be smarter and stronger. But I only do that because I like to challenge myself. So
Okay.
that's pretty much a criticism. What do I like about my appearance? Everything. And the only thing I don't like about maybe I need to lose a little weight. That's about it.
Okay, all right, great, thank you. Sure, Veronica.
Okay, how are you unique? Personality, and I'm very intuitive.
Good.
What would you like to change about yourself? Self-esteem, my assertiveness. I want to be able to forgive myself from things in the past, not that weren't my fault, and I just worry too much.
Yeah.
So I'd like to change that. And what ways are you worthwhile? Intelligent, empathetic, loving, great listener, give good advice, great friend, compassionate, diligent, punctual. What do I accept about myself? That I'm a great person with a beautiful heart and beautiful soul. And I criticize myself, self-esteem, or that's kind of a, I don't know how accurate these criticisms are. I didn't really go into that, but it's still the same as what I put on the other page, so I didn't want to repeat it, but it's the same as self-esteem, assertiveness, and all that.
Right, right.
What about your appearance? Do you like hair, eyes, smile? And I don't like, I have like body issues. I'm working out, so I want to tone up my body and stuff, and I want to get my teeth fixed.
Okay, great. Anybody else want to go?
Quickly, how are you unique? I have my own DNA.
Yes.
So that
Except that you have a twin,
Yes, you
so
do.
you're kind of a,
But we're fraternal.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
me
right,
too.
I forgot.
Me too, we have different
Okay.
DNA.
Yeah. And how would you like to change yourself to get rid of this excess skin that I
yeah,
have on my body? It's coming, it's coming.
good.
In what ways are you worthwhile? I'm kind and helpful, I think, volunteer, and I do things now to make me happy,
Good,
not sitting around.
that's good.
What do you accept about yourself? Well, I am getting older, and the physical complaints, the golden years, are not what they are cracked up to be. So I'm having a terrible time with them.
Yeah,
About the what do you criticize yourself? I still have a body image. To me, I'm still around 300 pounds.
really?
Yeah,
See,
yeah, I
Okay.
still
You
have
see that in the
not.
mirror, I body
Yeah,
dysmorphia
yeah,
too.
so that's what. What is your appearance? I like my blue eyes and I like my smile.
Oh.
And the extra skin is my dislike.
Right, right.
So,
Okay, that's good. Okay, so I'll go. How am I unique? I think I'm very unique in the fact that my mental illness affects me in more areas of my life than my siblings. I also have a sense of humor, but it can sometimes be twisted. What would you like to change about yourself? I'd like to feel more confident about my abilities, such as being sure that I could work a full-time job. I want to feel good in my skin all the time, not just some of the time. In what ways am I worthwhile? I'm a believer in God, and because of that, I know my life is worthwhile. I work on many different projects here at work, and that makes me feel worthwhile too. What do you accept about yourself? I accept that my mental illness was very severe, and that I have come a long way from when I was at my lowest. And what do I criticize myself about? I criticize my intelligence. I don't believe they're accurate. I think I should be able to do more in my personal life than what I do, and I'm not sure how accurate that is right now. So what do I like about my appearance, my smile, and my eyes? And what do I dislike? My hair and my being out of shape. So I'm kind of like you, Veronica. I want to get back into some.
That's what I'm doing now. I
Yeah.
work out now, so it's been 2 months, so I'm doing.
That's
It's
good.
gonna get better.
Yeah, that's
It takes
good.
time, because it takes time to get your body the way it is.
Absolutely.
So you just gotta stick with it.
Right.
Walking's so good for you though.
Yeah.
Like it can take off your gut. It really can if you start walking real fast and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So.
And I walk my dog. I try to walk.
Are you interested in that walking thing at all with Johnny? Just around here, I think.
Yeah, you have to find out what it is, if
Yeah,
I'm
we do
working
too.
during those
That's what I'm
hours or
saying. I
not.
have to find out if I'm here, if I could be here during that time.
Yeah,
I don't
He
think
said
he's here
he's gonna-
today. I haven't
gonna-
seen him.
get everybody together and have a meeting and they can decide on what's the best time.
Do you know
Oh,
if he
really?
comes? I don't
Yeah,
think
that's
he's
what
here
he said.
today, Chris said, but do you
I haven't
know if he's
seen
here
him.
on Fridays? Because I don't think
He'll
I'll
be here tomorrow, because I'm in this exercise class tomorrow.
He'll be
Okay.
here tomorrow,
Yeah.
I won't, but I can, what time's your
I don't-
exercise class? I can come up.
About this time.
Okay, well,
It's-
maybe he's here on Friday, so.
Yeah, I don't know if he's here. I don't know what his schedule is, but I can look if you
Yeah,
wanna
that'd be-
come to my office
I will,
after this
the bus comes
class.
at 11:41, but I can go, I still have time, it's just right across the street. So,
Okay,
Yeah. I have
yeah,
time.
if you wanna come look at my office, I can tell you
Okay, cool,
what his
thank
hours
you.
are. Okay, I think that's where we're gonna wrap this up. We'll work on self-confidence next week, and, role models, things like that. I'm not gonna assign any homework.
Yay.
Yeah, exactly. I think we'll just work on it in class and see how that goes.